The most dangerous information that you know.
Oh, boy. Well, I'll tell you what I told the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency in his office.
One and the same.
Patrick Hughes.
Me and that guy.
Pretend that you're him.
Okay.
The first question he asked me was, we don't understand why you haven't committed suicide yet, to me. And I said, well, because I don't need to do that. Because his father had, knowing what I'm about to tell you. And that is...
Not full print shirts, but just enough so that we can wear them.
Yeah, I think we should get some impulsive merch.
Or jersey.
本日はですね、こちら。宇宙一のゲームセンターようこそ。クレーンゲーム。448台。宇宙一クレーンゲームが多い超巨大ゲームセンターらしいんですよ。すごい建物綺麗しさ、近代感があるよね。こっち見たら見て。すっごい民家。ビューティードリーム。これ絶対1日でもある。あ、そうなんです。すごい日中がちょっと排除してくれてる。数すごい。エッグだね。できている。懐かしい。
卵。
すごい。天井高いな。見てよ。空調に。めっちゃあるよ。おい、なんか、日本一安い10円の UFO キャッチャーもあるんですよ。そちらも本日はプレイしたいと思います。でプラス1万円使って、まあ、一体いくら取れるのかっていうのをやっていきましょう。見て、取れたけキャッチャーって言ってさ、野菜のやつがあんのよって、もう見たことないやつだらけよね。マジでどれからやるか悩むよね。
Do you think there are aliens in Area 50? What do you think is going on at Area 51?
I totally thought that it was all bullshit. You know, that there's nothing there.
Right. Well, if there was ever anything there, they moved that shit long ago.
Right.
Yeah, that's been the rumor since like the 90s, right?
Yeah,
so,
they got smart by now.
Yeah, exactly.
Although maybe, Dan, it's a reverse psychology. They moved it and then they brought it back because everybody's like, oh, they probably moved it.
Hide in plain sight.
It didn't hide in plain sight, baby. Maybe the people that work there are fucking aliens, bro, and they use that brothel. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Are there
So,
aliens
what
in
do
Area
you
51? Probably not. I think it's just a military.
And
Like
what
they-
about,
like they said.
in general?
So in general, I'm a non-believer. I do not believe that extraterrestrial life has visited this Earth. Just because from a physics standpoint, and you know, if you ask all astrophysicists and physicists that I've heard asked, they always say no. Because, I mean, as far as we understand physics, it's just not worth the effort or really possible.
For me, what I don't understand is if something like that happened, why would there only be like conspiracy theories and only like some weird photoshops? Wouldn't there be like some evidence that you cannot question?
Right. And that's something that a lot of the scientists say too. It's like you have all these first accounts of people who were apparently abducted by UFOs, yet nobody ever took a photo, nobody ever took a video, no one ever grabbed something off the alien ship. You know, it's just, and it's always some hicks in the middle of nowhere who got a finger in their ass. It's like, bro, are you sure you weren't just at a rest stop?
Like aliens don't come to LA for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. Are you sure you weren't just a little drunk at a rest stop and got a little wild with your friend and now you're trying to cover up? Oh, was that alien put a probe in my ass? Yeah, right. It was your friend Billy and you liked it. So, no, I've never really believed it. And trust me, I would like to believe it. There's nothing cooler.
Me too. I love X-Files. I want to be a believer.
It's a problem with motivation too. Like if you're an alien, a civilization that's so advanced that you can do interstellar travel, you can defy what we know as the laws of physics, which is that when you travel beyond the speed of light, it dilates time so much that by the time you get here, your civilization has already moved on thousands of years. That's unfeasible. Or the other possibility of great space travel is wormholes, where you travel through the fabric of space. But still, as far as we know, there's no way to communicate to them. We don't know how you travel through or go through wormholes. We don't know. It seems like a great improbability. And if with an alien civilization with that great of technology that is so far beyond us, I just don't understand the scientific need to come here to observe us. Why? We would be so far below them evolutionarily.
If they didn't make it here, why would they just fly and do a little trick in the air and
right,
go?
Do some loop and fucking, hey, how you doing? Like some drone, like showing off his, if they're that far ahead of us, one, we would never detect them in a million years. If their goal was to not be seen, we would never see them. I mean, we're talking about these guys are so evolutionarily beyond us that, I mean, we're like frickin', monkeys. Less than monkeys to them. They probably have AI, you know what I'm saying? They've got all, we're ants to them if they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't see why them coming here and studying us would be of any benefit to them. And I can't see that the resources of Earth would be any benefit to them, because if you're living in another solar system, you have access to unlimited resources on comets and other planetary systems way closer to you and way easier to get than going through a wormhole and traveling to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's comets zipping around space with unlimited amounts of water and ore and minerals. And if you're that advanced, you're using solar power. You probably have machinery around the sun, harnessing power of the sun. There's no reason to go to that great length, in my opinion. The only thing is like maybe an unmanned drone, but how do you even communicate back?
Mm-hmm.
How do you send communication back? Can you send it through a wormhole? It just doesn't really, even as a thought experiment, it's hard to imagine. But then again, I acknowledge the fact that if they're that far in advanced, you can't really appreciate where their minds are at anyway. That being said, I didn't really believe, but man, there's some, listening to this Area 51 shit, I remember a couple of years ago in the New York Times, the Pentagon released a lot of interesting information about you.
Washington, Montana, and Vermont are at the top of a new list for having the most UFO sightings in the U.S. Washington State topping the list with 5,894 sightings per 100,000 people. Far behind, in second place, is Montana with 823 reported sightings. Florida, by the way, came in on the list at 29th. Astronauts know a lack of gravity can be a serious detriment when it comes to long-term health. Well, now researchers at CU Boulder have designed what could be the first step towards artificial gravity devices that could be installed in spacecraft. A large table-sized spinning machine, gravity and mass, as you might know, go hand in hand. So generating actual gravity right now is something we just can't do. However, it is possible to simulate the weight, if you will, that gravity gives us using a centrifuge. Think of a merry-go-round at your local park. That's an easy way to understand the concept. The faster the ride spins, the tighter you have to hang on to prevent being thrown off. Well, swap the merry-go-round for a flat disc and position your body so that you're lying on your back with your feet pointed.
Hey guys, I'm filming on my deck. I just saw a really rare bird in my neighborhood in Calabasas. In this tree, this oak tree over here. And from what I gather, it's a bird that you only see, I don't know, probably once or twice a year. And whoa, wait a second, what's in the sky? The heck is that? Do you guys see that? See, this is not a joke. I keep seeing these UFOs in Calabasas. Whoa. Do you see that? I'm zooming in on my stupid iPhone. This is not a joke. I'm not a special effects person. You know, they say there's a alien base somewhere in Malibu, which is only about 20 minutes from here. You see that? I was out here filming a bird, and what do I see? This is definitely strange. Maybe it's a weather balloon. It's reflective in silver, and it keeps moving. Last week I filmed something that appeared to be the same, but it was stuck in one spot for a really long time. And you guys all gave me crap about not filming it long enough. Well, here's another one. Coincidentally, I was just out here. Do you see that? I'm not crazy. Imagine if I got the bird and another UFO in the same. Oh, I can't see it now. It's gone. Anyways, weird. What a strange. Oh, there it is again. Do you see it? I'm just gonna hold still. There it is. I think my camera picked it up. It's like coming and going.